Shout out to everybody that's watching, yo. It's the man call. Um, Passport bully is back. You already know the passport is his own bully. The haters are dog food. Go pick up one of these shirts. Fly joint. So, just got a crazy message on my phone. But other than that, haters are dog food. Go pick up the shirts, yo. If you want one, let me know if you want one. Some of y'all say y'all going to get shirts, never bought one. Shout out to Matty Ghost. He just dropped a load on the Cash App before I went live. Matty Ghost, what up? Mr. Wolf, salute to you, bro. Matty Ghost dropped something crazy on the live stream, the Cash App. Shout out to Halsey World. Shout out to him on the last joints he been dropping. He dropped a load. And shout out to everybody else, man. Shout out to everybody. Mark B always show love when he can. Always. So shout out to them. But the passport bully's back. Smoking a cigar. Ready to chop it up with the fam. You know what's crazy? Let's talk about dating and marriage, right? You know what's crazy about the passport, right? The passport has bullied, like, the more the word gets out, yo, and I seen something today, the more the word gets out, yo, it really bullies women and knock them aside. All of that, yo, criteria that you got to meet, passport bullies that, throws it aside, right? All of that, you got to be a certain height, the passport bullies that, right? It's starting to come to that. And every year that we grow in number, every year that the word gets out, yo, every freaking year that this happens, it shows you how much of a bully the passport really is, yo. And I'm just talking about dating and marriage, all that good stuff. It shows you, yo. And for us to have to not do anything really, like channels like mine, right, that's growing, channels all across that's really pushing this travel game, right? It's like, the passport is its own bully. Just by saying passport, eyebrows get raised. Like, people get in a certain position to where they like, yo, this is crazy, yo. Because they want to coin you as a nerd, passport is the bully. They want to coin you as a lame, passport knocks out all that. They want to coin you as something, you like, yo, bounce. Like, I don't need you around. When you can tell a person whose one of their core features within their nature, right, is to seek attention, and for you to tell like a woman who her nature, part of her nature, is to seek attention, want attention, right, and to say, I don't need you. As far as dating and marriage, let's make that clear. I don't need you. You know what that does to the feelings of a attractive, nicely shaped, vibrant woman? I don't care what age. Even, and it's worse for the ones that hit the wall. The ones that literally hit the wall. Now, again, you saw my video. If you haven't seen it, it's got numbers on it. Depending on what ethnicity, group, race, category, or color, right? It depends on how high that wall is, and depending on what environment they grew up in. So there's always variations to that. Black men, I'm gonna say it, our wall is not that high. Like, what we'll still date when women hit the wall, our wall for those women that quote unquote hit the wall is not that high. So they could still, for some of us, they could still look over the wall. For Hispanic men, yellows, what I call yellows, like what you call Latinos, right? Also backup. Who is this? So if somebody name dropping or putting in trying to promote their stuff, after this live, I'll ban them. So don't worry about it, because I don't think we got our usuals in here who got the wrenches. So what'll happen is, right? It's like, it's crazy because somebody flying a drone. I thought you can't fly drones here. They told me you're not supposed to be flying drones in this area, but I guess they flying theirs. And Sean, you said MWWIOC for life. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Thanks. But for the yellows, the yellow men, their wall is a little bit higher than black men's, right? For white men, their wall is probably a mile high. She can never see over that. She ain't climbing over it. She ain't running around it. She ain't doing none of that. Now, is there a possibility that one can out of millions? Yes. One might can out of millions on their wall. See, the woman might hit the wall, but for the man to find them attractive means that the men also have a height on that wall. So the woman knows when she approaches a maroon, there's no possibility that she would talk to at least 90% of those guys. If she dates everybody's speaking in Portuguese to me now. It's hilarious. If she dates a white guy, like I said, her damn near impossible. Do you need the vaccine passport to visit Colombia? No, I don't know about Colombia because Colombia making adjustments. So I'm not going to speak on Colombia. I know for Brazil, no. So I know for a fact that for yellows, which I call Latinos, those men, their wall might be a little bit lower, right? A woman can possibly get over that wall, possibly if he's drunk, right? If he's drunk, he's been at a bar, worked hard all week, goes towards, possibly. But for black men, right, our walls seem to be the lowest because we always trying to cape. Our mamas, we always want to defend our mothers, sisters. We act like we the cape providers. So our walls are a little bit lower. I'm going to speak for in general. I'm not going to speak for all black men because I know black dudes that, once you hit that proverbial wall that women hit, dudes, their wall is even higher than hers. So I know some guys, but I'm meeting a lot of dudes just because a woman is 45 years old and I've seen dudes act like this woman is the second coming of Jesus Christ. So that's why I'm like, we got a lot of those out there also. But the passport is the bully. We're setting dating straight. No dating coaches are doing that. Then dating coaches are in cahoots with the women. I don't care what nobody says. The majority of dating coaches, except the very few I know about 3 or 4 of them that's not, right? They give out good information and they don't try to go hard on women just to go hard to try to get views or anything like that. They naturally are like men who want to give good advice, right? And they don't want to take advantage of fellas knowing that the predicament fellas are in. They don't want to do that. So they are, but the most part, the dating coaches are in cahoots because some of them call themselves feminists. So you got a dude calling, no, I don't trust, my eyebrows are raised with any man calling himself a feminist. And they tell us what a definition, no, y'all butcher definitions all the time. We know gay used to mean happy, it doesn't mean that anymore. Receipt is in the, oh, okay. We know feminists used to have a debit, now they took that and ran with that. We know phobia means fear, and we know they butchered that, right? We know they taking everything and just butchering it, so miss me with that. I'm still on the plane, just got back to Miami from Santo Domingo. Oh, Victor, shout out to you. Yaquab, I know Yaquab said he out in Brazil. I'm in Santo Domingo. Oh, y'all are? Well, one just came back. Y'all might know each other then. Y'all might know each other then. But shout out to everybody out there in Dominican Republic. Shout out to everybody out there in Colombia. Shout out to everybody out there in Brazil right now. Yaquab is one of them. Shout out to him if he's really out there. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to speak to him. So, but we stopping all haters. Haters are dog food. Yo, your car, stop sending J Cloud messages also. Go out there and enjoy yourself, man. You're not supposed to be worried about, go out there and enjoy yourself. Stay in the Copacabana area. Don't be trying to go out and venture off or anything like that. I saw you sent me a message on Instagram. So don't be trying to venture out, go crazy, go to them wild areas. Don't do that. And I hope you went out there this time with your smarts intact. Just hopefully. Because last time you said you was in Colombia and you was moving kind of. So I hope you went out there prepared this time, bro. But other than that, yo, so with that being said, everybody's still traveling. The weather's changing. You could tell the temperature's changing already in most of these places. They already wearing jackets up in Jersey and New York. So Atlanta, it dropped 3 degrees per day. So every 2 weeks it drop about 3 degrees. Or so Atlanta's gonna be in 2 weeks from now 3 more degrees. 2 weeks from now 3 more degrees. So during the daytime. So by the time October come, it's gonna be down. So, but yo, keep going to those countries, yo. Keep going to those countries. Keep making it happen, man. Man, why my nose keep itching? It's like money coming my way. If my nose itching like that, that means a gang load of money is coming my way. I don't know from where, but it's coming. But other than that, yo, I hope, yo, how's the food in Santo Domingo now? Cause yo, when I was out there, yo, that fish was smashing. Yo, that fish out there in Santo Domingo, bro, when I went, that fish was smashing, bro. I can't even lie on that. They got some good fish out there in Santo Domingo. Hopefully they still do. Brazil, the fish in Brazil is bar none. I'm gonna try Asia. I'm gonna try their fish, but they got a lot of polluted areas out there, so I'm kind of nervous. Brazil has some sketchy areas too. So I don't eat fish that come from certain areas of Brazil. But for the most part, most of the fish out in Brazil is spot on. But I'll do Asia, and I can't wait to try it. But to all y'all got your vaccine or whatever like that, they putting in measures to give people with the vaccine the open door. So I know a lot of cats, they decided to go get the vaccine. If you go get it, you can. You don't, you don't. You know what I'm noticing a lot on YouTube? A lot of these channels that have women involved in their audiences, those channels are pretty big, yo. 500,000 subscribers, 600,000. Dudes I never even heard about are popping up in my feed who do nothing but relationship content, who do nothing but show their lives, that show themselves eating on camera. It's like crazy to me, yo. Those channels are doing big, but the channels with men, rarely are they that big. I'm talking about just male content. Rarely they're that big, but I notice a lot of these guys who have got big channels, they intertwine in like unisex channels. So men can join, women can join. That's like crazy to me. But the channels that fellas, that's why I told you dudes are hard-headed. And these big channels know to go out and get women and also promote it because they know women are their biggest markets. Women are going to spend more. Women going to send the streams to their cousins. And let's just be real. And a lot of guys have said that on the stream. So I start binge watching some of their videos yesterday and today. And they and they mention it. They like women around because women going to send it to their cousins. They're going to send it to their sisters. When men go live, bigging up men going to be like, yo, fuck him. I ain't promoting his channel. Or that dude. But all the channels that have grown are unisex channels, yo. I'm talking about the big channels. Unisex channels who grew fast, unless they cause controversy. Like me, it's controversial because I'm telling dudes not to date American women. So dudes are gonna pass that and say, yo, I'm with yes. That's the only reason that I pass it. But the videos where I'm not talking about, yo, don't date, videos really don't do anything. So, but these dudes making bread. The dudes making bread by catering to both audiences. And they really, like this one guy, he got so much of a skill to where he know how to talk bad about the men and talk bad about the women at the same time. He know how to big up men and he know how to big up women at the same time. Yo, his channel got 500,000 subscribers. Easy. Selling merch on there, millionaire now. By selling merch. I'm talking about not t-shirts. No. I'm talking about real stuff. Like stuff, body works and all that. So I noticed that with those channels. Those channels grow like crazy because dudes, man, forget him. They come in, he ain't talking what I'm talking, and they leave. So those unisex channels are killing it. And I see why dudes rather go to that side than to cater to one side because they know you bastards ain't. You know, some of the bastards that come in, not to the regular dudes. I'm not talking about y'all, so I don't understand what generation we in where dudes can't separate who I'm talking to. Like, I actually got to say that. The dudes that's ride with me, they know I'm not talking about you. You know I'm not talking about you, but you still getting your feelings, feel I'm talking about you. If you watch my channel, you ain't never promoted, but you watch, I'm not talking about you, yo. So, but I hate that we got to say that their egos are so fragile or personalities or that. I hate that. I wish they were tough like me because if I watch somebody and they say, yo, and I'm constantly watching them and they throw a shot at the people that's coming through and not showing no type of love, then that's different. But I know some of you are on my Patreon, so shout out to you. Y'all, some of them cats can't even afford $5 Patreons. So that's weird to me. But how you gonna travel if you can't afford Patreon? $5. That's weird. You're not the dudes I want around me anyway. Like, I want dudes that say, yo, I'm gonna get his $5 and I don't know. That's weird. But shout out to the ones that still Patreon, still $5 tight. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate that shit. I really do. And cats don't know I talk about it offline. I'm like, yo, for cats to really give $5 every month, constantly coming out their account, and shout out to them. Nah, Yaquab, I ain't coming down there. I don't know why you sent me that message too. That shit was funny. Yo, I'm about to get on the plane. Hopefully you can meet me down there. Yaquab, it just don't work like that, bro. It take time to travel. Bro, I spent over 20 grand traveling. Over $20,000 traveling. 20 grand, well over, in less than 4 years. So I know traveling takes bread. To the travel, when you want to, it costs more to just jump up and go. So I don't do those trips no more because those are most my most expensive trips. Those trips have cost me bread. deciding like, yo, I'm getting on the plane tomorrow. I come out my pocket with $1,200, $1,500 to leave out Atlanta. I said, yo, I don't feel like going to Florida, doing all that. Yo, I just want to leave from Atlanta. That shit might cost me $2,000, $1,500, $1,300. People who know travel really, who leave from Atlanta, they know I'm telling the truth. All of these people who know flights know I'm telling the truth. I said, yo, I want to go to Florida. I want to leave from Atlanta and go straight to the country. You're going to pay out in certain countries you can't do that. So those still are expensive. So all the cats know what I'm talking about. And you've seen how many times I've been going out the country. So I slowed down a lot because of this you know what going on. But if that wasn't going on, I would have did all of Europe. I probably would have did over $50,000 this year. Well over it. And cigar smoking ain't cheap either. Especially exclusive cigars. Oh, you're gonna pay $15 a cigar, $20 sometimes, depending on how exclusive it is and where it comes from. $17, $13 each cigar. So you see me smoking cigars, they're pretty penny, bro. I don't know, they say JA. 6, bro. All it says is JA. I don't know who that is. So, but yeah, you gotta, if you love what you're doing, bro, you're gonna spend the bread. That's why they said, this lady gonna say, I heard this stream, and she said, yo, if a dude don't got time for you, that ain't he's lying. He got time. I said, hold up. I get up in the morning, right? I just finished my second gig. That's why I hurry up, came on here and went live before it got dark. So, and shout out to everybody that's part of my Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, I did a video yesterday. I might move that video over to YouTube. I don't know. But I did. If you ain't on my Instagram, it's in the description. But so they're gonna say you don't have time, right? Fellas, let me tell you how you know you're getting to that money. Because I just told you how much I spent in traveling in less than 3 years. Less than 3 years. It wasn't 4 years. New era, what up? 6, bro. So let's get this, right? You get up in the morning. Some of you got to get up 6, some of you 5, some of you got to get up 7. Doesn't matter. You got to get up in enough time so you could beat traffic, right? You work all day. You go to about 5 or 6 o'clock, right? You got to jump back in traffic, or you got to get on the train or bus, whatever, however you do it, right? I don't care if you're in the UK. I don't care if you're here in the States. You got to get up. So by the time you look at it, 6 o'clock, by the time you get home, it's like 7. If you work in another job, if you got another business, now you got to do that. You got to do online marketing. You got to get out there, shake some hands, dap up some babies with your elbow. They dap you up with their elbow. You got to fluff some dog ears and all of that, right? Get out there and promote. And by the time you look at it, it's like 1 or 2 in the morning. You got to hurry up and get some sleep, go right back up and do it again. They're going to try to tell me that with all of that, right, you still have time to deal with a woman. Let me give you fellas some dating advice, right? Who's still dating in the United States of America. Let me give you some dating advice from a austere man, which is me, right? Austerity. So I might be a little rigid around the edges. I get all that. But let me give you some dating advice. Would you rather have a lean pocket and a woman? Now let's put these two together. Would you have a lean pocket? Lean means it's kind of empty, right? Would you rather have a lean pocket in a woman in the States, the United States of America, right? Or would you rather have fat pockets and go out the country every 3 months because you've been working all that time, stacking your bread, keep going. And you do this so your bank account is growing. Because the rule is, and I believe in this rule, that you ought to put at least a part of your money goes to you to the side, and then everything else you use it with to do everything, but that part begins to grow in 3 months. Would you rather that a pocket full of money and no woman in America, and you'll get your rocks when you go off overseas that every 3 months? Let's calculate this and multiply this times 5 years. So every 3 months you're leaving, fellas, help me out. If you leave the country every 3 months, how many times can you leave within 12 months? Still get your rocks off, right? You're so focused with your head down and gaining your money. By the time you think about sex, it's time for you to go to sleep. You too tired to even think about sex because you're trying to get more money. You're trying to build your capital. I would rather wait every 3 months to get my rocks off while my capital or my income is growing, my bank account is growing, my knowledge is growing with all I'm trying to do, right? And I'm having fun overseas. So by the time 7 years come around, 6 years come around, 5 years, 4 years, 3 years go by quickly. My bank account is up there, and I feel just as good by going overseas, getting my rocks off every 3 months. I'll choose the latter every time. You guys can have the first. If you dudes want that, you want a girlfriend in America with lean pockets, and you missing out on a full amount of money that you could get by working 3 jobs or making investments, that taking your checks and stacking them. Vic said something the other day, right? Vic said something that was so pertinent. He took a woman out for just a weekend. He's a business owner. He owns his own business. He took a woman out just on one night, for just a few hours. He already came out his pocket with like $200 to $300 in just 3 hours, 4 hours. And he said, I got back to the spot, and I was like, I done spent like $300 in just 3 hours. He said, and then I decided to say, I'm gonna take this chick, because he still dates in America. He don't give he gonna still date in America and abroad, right? He said, and I decided after we spent the $300, he said, I decided that, let's go to a strip club. He was trying to take the chick to a strip club, and he said, they wanted $100 just to get into the VIP line. He said, and the other line was long, so he said, forget all that. He said he tried to go up and talk to one of the dudes at the head. They wouldn't even take the money. They rather get nothing. He said, I'll give you $150 for both of us, right? He wanted to go in there and chill with her. He said, he went up to the dude and said, I'll give you $150 if you let both. Now, he done spent $300. He said, I'll give you $150 to let both of us in, because they wanted $100 a head to go into VIP because the other line was long as shit. Now, I'm going to get to that. I know what y'all saying. Why is the line so long to go in the strip club? Oh, we'll get to that. But he said, the dude wouldn't even he's going to take a loss of 50. But he's still going to gain for the club 150. The dude wouldn't even do it. He'd rather lose out on 150, let my man walk off, right? Get in his car and go home. He'd rather lose out on that and tell him no. And lose out on all type of, first of all, the dude at the door is an idiot. That's number one. I would have let y'all in. If you give me 150 and this is a woman going there with you, that's going to make it better to see a woman that's in the club also. So, but that's neither here nor there. That dude ain't good at business, whoever's at that door. It was a woman going there with her. It wasn't another dude, right? So Vic turned around, said, I'm going to go to the crib. He left, bounced, went home, right? But just think about how long the line was going into the strip club of nothing but dudes, spending money for women that are just shaking it in front of them. And y'all not got the nerve to knock us. Now, they don't talk about none of these dudes going to, you don't see videos on strip club dudes. You don't see videos on dudes paying for box here in the States. You don't see none of those type of videos, right? You've seen in the last couple years dudes attacking passport dudes. They've been attacking passport dudes like crazy. Been attacking us left and right. Y'all going over there tricking, you're going over there, stuff happening. As soon as something bad happens, oh, see? But the dudes in the States who don't got no passport, who stay here, they spend way more bread at strip clubs and several other places, right? But that never gets talked about. So I want to say to all my traveling fellas, you know we know the deal. You know we know the deal. And no knock to them dudes going to the strip club. If that's what you want to do with your money, cool. That's not what this is about. This is about showing you the hypocrisy of MFers on the internet. How stupid their arguments are. How they got people in their families, people in their friends who go into strip clubs every single night, spending thousands in a month. So I want to say, fellas, for you to travel every 2.5, 3 months, you saving a lot of money in your pocket. I think I need to do a separate video on that. Just a standalone video. But shout out to all you fellas, keep your money in your pocket. It's obvious that you coming out better, only because they're spending their money here. Yeah, they burning a lot of dough, yep. And the price to get in strip clubs is crazy. And you know how dudes, when they get online, they want to look like they bossed up. So they're going to spend, you know how they do before they're about to leave. Yo, I'm only going to spend this at the strip club. And then when they get there, they see other guys. Dudes are spending money for other guys. Like they get dressed up for other guys in suits and new Jordans and all of that stuff. They're only doing that for other men. That's suspect to me. Pause. But when they get to the line, they see all the dudes, now they looking like, yo, I want to look big shot, or I want to look like I got all this type of money in front of other men. So they going to get in $100 line. No, they only got $300 in their pocket. $100 of that is gone because they're going to get in that VIP line and look good in front of. Shout out to Vic. Vic said, I get all that, but I'm about to go to Tanzania in a couple weeks. Vic said that. He said, yo, forget all that, bro. He said, I thought about it. I just spent $300 eating and doing other stuff, and then we're about to go in the strip club, and they want me to spend enough. He said, yo, I'm about to go to Tanzania. He told that chick, he's like, yo, we're going to go to the crib. He said, yo, he thought about it. Now, he done took out to dinner and all that. Then he thought about it. Yo, I'm about to go to Tanzania in a couple weeks. I'm about to use my passport and go far as hell away to get all the women I want. He said, yo, why in the hell am I going to keep spending money here when I already got this woman and I already tagged that I already got her. He was like, yo, what am I thinking of? But content like this and channels like this is straightening up a lot of guys. Because if he didn't have his passport and he wasn't traveling, you know what he would have done? He would have spent $200 to go in there, along with the $300 he already spent on dinner. So now he's out $500 before he even start dropping tips on and putting dollars in G-strings. He already out $500, and that's just one night. Why you think fellas starting to smarten up now by listening to me? And he got the bread to do it, but he thought about it. Something clicked in his mind. Something clicked in his mind. It said to him, like, and shout out to Matrix Escape too. Something clicked in his mind and said, yo, what in the hell are you doing? You're about to go overseas and have access to all type of women. Beautiful beaches. I don't need to be doing, and think about it. If he wasn't listening to content or hearing other brothers or brothers sharing other dudes' videos and stuff like that, he would have did that on that Friday. Then he would have did it on Saturday again because he was planning on doing it again. So you took about $1,000 in 2 days. Over $1,000 in 2 days, yo. 800 in 2 days. 600. And they got the nerve to talk bad about us. And men doing this all across America who don't know about travel, who don't know about how your money goes further overseas. They don't know about it. Some of them think it's not even possible. Some of them don't want to go through the time. And then when they realize that it's not so bad, it's not hard and difficult to travel, it's crazy. So, yes, I'm going to keep bigging us up. Yes, I'm going to keep stopping guys from keeping a one. And these very women will get on their channel or get online and say, I don't need a man. Bang, bang, Passport Street gang early. Shout out to Silky. What up, bro? Think about this. Travel is king. Yeah, the passport bully. The passport is king. But if he didn't listen to guys who burn their money like that, think about all of the women will get online and they'll talk like, I don't need no man, I'm boss, I'm this and that. When they go into the very strip clubs and stuff like that, taking their clothes off, you never know what they're doing privately, right? Selling their bodies, and then they get online and act as if they don't need men. Men are horrible. They talk bad about men. And men who go to these strip clubs, who go to these places, right? They're allowing women to feel that way because they burning so much money. So, dude, if you going overseas and you doing what you want with your money, keep doing it. Haters are dog food. You see the shirt. You don't need them. You don't need them. You don't need their language. You don't need their verbiage. All the guys, yo, y'all wasting money. Y'all overseas tricking. Go do what you want with your money. I'm not going to promote it because I suggest you get a guard dog. Y'all know my motto. But it's obvious that you coming out better overseas as far as the value of money. First of all, the strip clubs are overpriced here. And they don't do half of the stuff they do in strip clubs overseas. They don't even do a quarter of it. Keep going overseas, yo. They gonna get with strippers anyway. It ain't like my channel is gonna stop them. Bull. Shout out to all you fellas, man. Keep doing you. Keep doing you. All these damn mosquitoes. Keep doing you. Keep doing what you want with your money. Keep weighing your options. Like, is it cheaper to go overseas? Think about this. You remember they say it's cheaper to keep her? Yo, you remember how they used to say that it's cheaper to keep her, to get into these relationships, to get into these marriages. Well, I might as well keep my girlfriend. I might as well keep my wife. She gonna rake me out in divorce courts. No, we saying don't even get married. Don't even be concerned with dating here. These dating coaches are in on it. Some of them. The ones I know, they not. They genuinely try to give men good advice. And they don't care if you give them money or not. So those the dudes, I'm not talking about those dudes. Because I never had that vibe from Red Pill Chauvinist. Shout out to him. Or Afi Kingdom, I never had that. They might be teaching you about game, but they also tell you to travel. Those channels also tell you to travel. They say, bro, if that pans out better for you, those are the dating coaches I like. Those are the dudes I like who I rock with. Who not saying, no, you gotta date here. If you ain't dating, you're a weak man. Or yo, your game, your mouthpiece ain't right. Miss me with that mouthpiece talk. Miss me. See, you can't give me that mouthpiece talk. I show dudes personally. I won't put this online because I know how you dudes are chatty patties, right? So I won't put the women's faces out there. But the dudes who actually met me, they see, who actually know me, who've been in my crib, who know me personally. They've seen my work. All type of races, ethnicities, sizes, I I'm not going to go to the extremely big sizes. But they've seen my work. They've seen this 6'7" chocolate man with some of the most prettiest women in New York, Jersey. Yo, they got some attractive women in Manhattan. I was with them. Them tall 6'2" women. I was with them. So you can't call me ugly and yo, you're gamers. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Yeah, my game is off. But I had some of the most beautiful women for free. Didn't have to spit no game. I came at them as an austere man. Never had to spit no game and put sweet nothings in. Fuck all that. Go do you. And I'm talking about dating and marriage. Now in business, women tear I always do business, and the more snakes were men in business. It was more snaky men in business than there ever was women. And for some reason, cops are just pulling people over in Atlanta. So y'all be careful. Cops are just pulling people over all over the city. I guess they starting early with that quota bullshit. So just to let y'all know, bro, there's opportunity. People say don't use internet dating to bullshit. Bull. So you use it, but it is how you use it. And you ain't got to get up there and start quoting nobody from no YouTube. Whoever put YouTube quotes from YouTube channels and YouTube content or Facebook content or Instagram content, you are an idiot. Say, yo, I'm this, I'm that. All of these catchphrases that are now hitting the internet. Don't do that. Be normal. Be effing normal. I don't care if you're dating in the States. Be normal. You don't need those catchphrases. You don't need to say I'm listening to using people, because they're going to know you listen to a certain person depending on how big they are. Especially the channels with 500,000 subscribers who give out dating advice. They know you're talking about that person. So just do your junk overseas. It's always worked for me. And I could get women here in the States easy with all my flaws. Whatever you call and say, yo, yes, this. Somebody told me, yo, you got a big nose. So who gives a flying fuck? Let me be around your girl and let her see this austerity, how she means nothing to me as far as dating and marriage. She means nothing to me. Her box means nothing. Her looks mean nothing. I've been with some of the most beautiful women on earth that I would never put on video for free overseas. Here in the States, when I was dating back in Jersey and New York. You could miss me with that. There's some bad women in New York. Bad women. And I don't even want them. I'll be like, damn, she fine. And I keep going about, I don't care. She don't got nothing to offer me, but. So you can miss me with that type of talk. I'm telling you fellas that's dating here, don't buy into the hype. I heard a dating coach recently tell dudes that they should wait a month to try to get the woman again, get sex from the woman again. Well, wait a month, give her a month, do your thing. I'm like, oh my God. I'd rather for you get on a plane and go over there and meet or go through, they got respectable dating sites if you want high class women, if that's your thing. They got dating sites that will hook you up with foreign women who's high class. He told, literally, this guy got a big channel, giving dating advice. He told them to wait a month to try their box again. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And this same very person started throwing shots at people traveling overseas. This very person, he's in cahoots with all those guys who were dogging out travelers, even now. Cats with Jordans, cats with fitteds on, cats with suits, cats with button-ups. He was part of that whole spiel. Don't listen to these guys, man. You're wasting your time, attention, and money. You're wasting it. That's why dating coaches don't like me, except the ones that I rock with. I trust my passport more, exactly. I do too. The passport is the bully. So all I got to do is get on here and say it, and these dating coaches get mad. Who is this yes Jonas guy? You can't stop us. See, you don't control the passport. That's the good thing about it. And I'm glad you don't. You're going to control us working the jobs that people throw down. because they think that we'll do 4 of them. We'll put $100,000 in our account for that year, $70,000 with 3 jobs, 2 jobs. We'll do it. We'll put $150,000. We'll keep doing that. And we don't have to be in an office to make that money. We don't have to be in a subjection of an environment full of estrogen. We could do that outside of that. So shout out to all of you fellas, man, who doing your thing to get there. They can't stop you. You got the power. You got the passport. That's driving you. You got the will to get on the planes. That's driving you. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Peace.